So
I am the poop chute.
exactly. So
I'm reading Filthy Teacher.
when last we left off, you guys.
Was on.
I was reading a book.
Shava was reading a book. Previously, a while ago, when you cleared out the dragon and kobold cavern and looted the hoard of said dragon, among other things, you recovered an interesting letter that spoke of a portal somewhere in town.
But Gerald has it.
Gerald pocketed that letter, and has yet to share it.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, Gerald has yet to share that letter with the group. But you continued on. You completed your mission for the wizard. Got back with the materials. He said that he'd whip up a batch of potion to share with you the following day.
About my dragon bits.
Gerald got dragon bits.
To the wizard.
Yes, you did. And then also previously, while completing the task that was assigned to you, you met an interesting individual who knew someone from Cass's history, a drow by the name of Anastriana, who has set up in town in the inn across the street from where you are. And Shava has borrowed her book with the promise that she will bring it back. And
I did not tackle her for it. I did not tackle her for it.
You did, yeah. I don't.
That was Gerald.
Hey, there's Ethan. Got him.
So you finally decided to show up, eh? Okay, bring it on.
I was just finishing the recap.
Please kill me.
All right. So I quickly recapped everything. You got a book. You met a person. Gerald found a letter.
Because Gerald.
Because Gerald. And
No, Gerald is just being nothing new there.
And you guys woke up to the smell of smoke.
It's bacon. Gerald cooked bacon and lit everything on fire.
It doesn't smell as good as bacon. It's kind of long distance. Also, before we get into things, real quick, Shava,
What?
Did you spend time reading the book the previous night?
Duh.
Yeah. Okay. So you sort of got the basics, and we sort of talked about your plans of like copying it down. Using your keen mind. I looked into keen mind, and I'm gonna make some decisions based on what you can and cannot do with it. Essentially, it does give you a very acute sense of recall. If you try to do something like, it does not make you a supercomputer. Basically,
I just kind of ran with it. That wasn't my idea. I just kind of ran with it.
Yeah. So like, if you try to do something that seems beyond the boundaries of what it should let you do, I will essentially allow you an intelligence check to try and make that happen and see how well it goes. Like, copying down a book is not, like, even with keen mind, like, there's only so much.
And it's a big book too, so yeah.
Yeah. What I will say is the more nights you spend with that book, the easier the DC on that check will be.
Okay.
So you can sort of decide how much you want to push your luck with your relationship with Anna, considering you didn't really end up on good terms.
What do you mean? We're on the best of terms.
Yeah, we had hugs.
Yeah, that's what
Hugs, scones,
That's
tea.
what happened.
Some scones and tea.
Yeah. So
do I do anything with this book, or?
I'll say that so far you gleaned that it is it's a treatise on something called the Blood War, which is as far as you can tell an aeons old conflict across the plains between devils and demons, two different varieties of fiend that hate each other and want to destroy each other. No one knows how it started, but it has gone on as long as anyone can remember.
Except for someone who's talking to me in my book.
Gerald knows why it started.
Sure he does.
Yeah, he does. It was the soap.
It was always the soap.
Yep.
They didn't go to the left.
Yeah, there you go. It was the soap that didn't go to the left, and something to do with the cow.
Something to do with the cow. There wasn't enough cow sacrifices.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So essentially, the more you read of the book, the more details you will glean about this thing.
Is this gonna be important?
I don't know.
It could be more important than Gerald flexing.
I mean, you do know that
A lot of things.
you do know that someone sent Anna to recover it, so it's important to someone. So that's okay. So you have woken up. You smell the you smell the acrid scent of smoke in the air, and what do you do?
What's cooking?
I will say you can easily tell that it is not coming from downstairs. It's coming from out your windows and a distance away, but it's carrying.
Okay, fine. Gerald will open the window and stare out to try and observe what the fuck is going on.
All right.
Java's still sitting on the bed reading her book.
All right. Yeah, you don't need to make a perception check to see the plume of smoke in the distance. Black smoke.
How far in the distance?
It's maybe a couple blocks.
What is down below the window?
Down below,
Oh,
street, cobblestone.
How far down?
Gerald is going to take the beds out of the room and throw them out the window.
Java's on one of those beds.
He's going to take you off the bed and throw the beds out the
you
window.
guys are sleeping in the same room. Okay. Just make an athletics check.
Okay.
Yeah, we established this. Java
right.
is Gerald's teddy bear.
That would
That's
be a 18.
Yeah, it's it's not like an over the shoulder throw, but you sort of like hoist it up, and actually, you know what? I don't think the window is big enough for the bed to fit through.
He's gonna shove it through the window.
Well, you get it to the window. The building is made of sturdy enough materials that you can't like break the wall.
Gerald will cut the bed in half and throw it out the window.
Okay, so God, how would this pan out?
In the meantime, I'm just gonna use the stairs to go outside.
All right. So, as you, Cass, as you go to the stairs and make your way down, you hear a horrible cracking sound from Gerald's room. Just
We're gonna keep walking. Virgo, are you coming with me?
Bar this whole time, like, just have a dream, be like, I don't want to know.
Yeah. Cass, as you descend the stairs, you pass Sen, the innkeeper, who's like looks very confused and is looking up and is like, "What's going on up there?"
No idea, but you might want to check. It could be property destruction.
Yeah, she'll hurry past you to go and investigate what's going on. Before we get to that, though, actually, let's do that first. As you head out. Gerald, there's a knock on the door, and you hear the voice of the innkeeper say, can I come in for a moment?
I'm busy!
Is the door unlocked?
No.
Alright, you hear the sound of the jingling of keys from outside as she goes through.
Did I push the bed through?
You've gotten the first chunk out.
I'll push the second chunk out.
Okay, as you're doing so, the door opens and you see Sen in the doorway looking at you like, can I help you?
I'm gonna push the second chunk out and I'm gonna swan dive onto the bed.
So you're like, you have this deer in the headlights moment where you both make eye contact and you just like, behind you reach your hand and like, and then you turn around and just leave out. And
Wait, Gerald, where'd you put Shava? Is she on your shoulder or no?
yeah,
Hold on.
where's Shava in this?
There we go. Shava, I took her off the bed. I didn't take her with me.
Okay, so Shava's still in the room, and Sen looks at you and says, "You're paying for that. I hope you realize."
Correction. He's paying for that.
That will do.
And then Shava jumps out the window after him.
Okay. Amazing. All right, so both of you.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Both of you will take just 6 bludgeoning damage from the fall.
Worth it.
And you are on the street. Meanwhile, Cass has already left the building. And Cass, what do you do?
I'm gonna head towards the fire.
Okay. Are Shava and Gerald, are you headed in that direction as well?
Oh my god.
Gerald?
Yeah, we'll go.
Okay, Zergo, you're at the bar. Yeah?
Everyone, yeah, I want to know.
Okay, you're just minding your own business. Ivy, what are you doing?
So I'm going to crawl out of bed and I'm going to speak with the innkeeper.
Okay. You find her in the hallway.
Okay, so I'm just going to tell her that I don't know these people and I'm just a single traveler and I'm going to leave the building.
She nods in understanding. Alright, so I guess I'll say you all follow the plume of smoke besides Zergo, who is minding his own business.
I'll eventually make my way there, noticing Cass is leaving, but it was mostly like all the noise at the end. I'm like, I don't want to know what he's up to now.
Alright.
I'm sorry, it was the first thing that came to my mind.
That's how Gerald operates.
Dumb shit.
Alright, so you, Zergo, you'll show up shortly after everyone else, but you all do convene, and you see basically a smoldering wreck of basically a house. The fire has died down to embers, but this place is not intact. It's in shambles.
Who lives in this dump?
Well, it wasn't a dump before, you dipshit.
You can see.
Really?
You can see there are a bunch of guards that are just sort of patrolling and basically directing traffic and waving people along like nothing to see here. To be on your way, don't cause a traffic jam, that sort of thing.
Gerald is gonna talk to one of the guards.
Okay, you go up to one. Zergo, at this point, you've also shown up.
Tell me, good sir, why did this building combust?
Well, rightly, we'd like to know that as well. I will say there was a survivor that we pulled out and took to the station, to the town hall, just for the time being, while we figure out what to do about this situation.
May I investigate?
Well, I mean, not officially. It's a guard's business, but I mean, as long as you're not breaking any laws, what you do on your own time is your business.
Okay. Gerald will investigate the scene.
Alright. Make an investigation check.
Alright. What the fuck? Do I?
And anyone else can do so as well if they'd like to.
I got a 9.
Okay, you like sort through some of the burnt timbers, and you're like, this one's a funny shape.
Well, Shava got that 20, so.
Oh.
What is this? Okay, never mind.
All right. So Shava, you sort of like go over to the side and around. You notice that.
Sorry, keep going.
Yeah. Okay, you notice basically there's a trail of like the burnt ashes that sort of lead off. It's very subtle. It's pretty impressive that you noticed it. And you follow it, and it sort of takes you to a sort of weave of buildings, like out of the street and into sort of the spaces between them, like the alleys. Basically, in the middle of a bunch of crates, you find it is where it leads to, and you move some crates aside, and there's a body there.
Oh.
A body of what looks like a man, middle-aged, black hair, and the other notable thing about the body is he looks like a husk. Like someone rapidly aged him or something. He's been drained of all vital energy.
So, who's your friend?
Well, Shava specifically went on her own and found this with her nat 20.
Well, Gerald's gonna follow her.
Does Shava allow this to happen?
I don't care.
All right. So yeah, Gerald, you. I don't know.
I smacked the body on the head with my staff.
Wow.
I don't think that's going to work. Here, let me try something. Gerald is going to pick up the body by the head.
Moment.
You take damage from that, didn't you?
The body does not fall apart. It holds together for the time being, but it looks ready to fall apart.
Gerald shakes it. Who are you working for?
Okay.
Who is your leader?
With that, the neck releases, and the rest of the body detaches from the head and flumps to the ground.
Yep. It's as I thought. He's dead.
Gerald, I was gonna try to heal him, but I don't think I could just put his head back on his body.
Oh, it's very easy. Gerald's going to try and put the head back on.
That means no Ray's dead.
I have the healer's kit. I don't think it'll work.
Yeah, that'll be effective.
Gerald's gonna put the head back on.
Well,
His kitty's goddamn dead.
Yeah, he is no less dead when you do so.
Gerald is going to try and tie the head back to the body with rope.
Yep, it's still very dead.
Gerald puts his fingers on its lips and tries to make it talk.
I'm okay. Hi, my name is...
There's a spell for that, but I don't know if any of you have it.
great.
What?
I said there's a spell for that, but I don't think any of you have it.
What, Ray is dead? Oh no, speak with dead.
Yeah.
I don't believe anybody here knows that.
No.
Nope, I've done everything I can.
Can I check
Can I
his
search
pocket?
the body for like an ID or something?
If you want to search the body, yeah, I'll allow an investigation check for that.
Turgo drops the body on Gerald's arms. Here you go.
Thank you, Gerald.
You're welcome.
Gerald, take the head to the guards. See if they recognize him.
Well,
Gerald will rip the head back off and take it to the guards.
Oh my god. Alright.
I got an 8.
An 8, you said?
ID.
Finding shit.
Yeah, you search through his pockets. You find a couple silver pieces. You don't find anything else that was, like, seems terribly relevant. Meanwhile, Gerald, you go back out to the guards.
Excuse me! Have you seen this man?
They immediately, like, draw their weapons and are on guard. Like, what are you doing? What is that?
I found it over there. Well, my friend found it over there, but I didn't. Do you know him? Know him?
Just make a persuasion check to calm them down.
Okay.
Gerald making a persuasion check.
That's a 16.
Okay, they lower their guard a bit. And
16 plus 3, so that's a 19.
Yeah, okay. They lower their guard, and they're like, apologies for the overreaction. You found it over there.
Yes. I want to know if any of you know him. Knew him.
Well, I don't recognize him, but it's a big city.
Yes. Well, here you go. He's gonna drop the head on one of the guards and walk away.
All right, yeah, they'll take it as evidence to try and figure things out.
We'll take the body back.
No, we're gonna keep the body.
We're gonna keep the body.
Can we put it on Gerald too?
Put it on, tie it to Gerald too.
Yeah, that wouldn't be disturbing. Just go full Sleepy Hollow.
Endless Horseman.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that everyone immediately was just like, yeah, okay, let's do that.
I can get behind that.
With you people. Just want to keep a headless dead body around?
Where is Gerald?
We could take it. We could put it on the horse, and it could be the headless horseman.
I expect this shit from Gerald, but I expect better from the rest of you.
Oh,
I just look at him deadpan.
we might need the body later. Who knows?
Gerald is going to take the body and throw it as hard as possible into the air.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, it happens the way you would expect it to happen.
There, problem solved.
Great.
You people.
So, okay. What do you guys want to do now?
Gerald wants breakfast.
Just go back to the
dead
inn.
body and you want to eat?
What are we gonna do now?
You just saw a dead body, now you want to eat? Yes. Yes, I do.
Joe takes out her book and starts reading again.
Alright, whatever.
Chavez takes out her book and starts reading again. She did her part.
Okay.
Hey, Shav!
Gerald will look for nearest source of food.
Well, that would probably be the inn that you just left.
No, Gerald can't go back there.
Wait, is Zergo still at the bar?
No,
No.
he joined you.
Oh, okay. Zergo, question!
Yes?
Any idea if there's any, weird-ass creatures that may have done this to this person's dude? Because, that seems to be the theme with us. It's weird-ass creatures.
Fire-breathing creatures, and I guess it could have been a salamander, but that would have been pretty hard for no one to notice.
I will say, if you want to sort of examine the body and to see the condition it's in, you can make a medicine check if you want to
Oh, Jesus.
get a better get a better.
Can I do that?
If
You
want.
do it, because mine's +0.
Mine is +7.
Do it!
Okay. Trust me, I'm a doctor. 15 + 7.
Nice. Yeah. So 22. Yeah. You examine it. And Zergo was talking about burns. This body doesn't look burned. And in fact, like.
Quinn?
Yeah.
Quinn?
What? Oh.
No!
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. My computer derped.
I can tell.
Discord aneurysm.
Yeah. So, yeah, examine the body, and it doesn't appear burned, as Zergo was hypothesizing. As someone who's in tune with nature, this sort of like is disconcerting for you, because it seems like it literally had the life sucked out of it. Like, it's not even like it's not even like the slithering tracker from back when you met, which drained like the fluids from its victims.
Was it good suck?
It was most assuredly not.
It was a bad touch.
It was bad suck.
Yeah, this thing looks like in game terms you would say necrotic damage. A lot of necrotic damage.
Shit, we're looking for Linkin Park.
So there's no physical marks on its
Necrotic,
body.
we're looking for like Slayer.
Dementor?
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna make a snarky comment for that. That was just bad.
Yep.
It does not look like an animal. I'm going to tell you that much.
Can I do an Arcana check or something?
Sure. You can do that.
Can Gerald do a soap check?
I thought he went off to get food. 16.
He could check for
16.
soap. It's very adept at that.
I mean, there are a lot of creatures that can inflict necrotic damage. The undead, a lot of the time. There are probably some fiends. You just looking through that book of yours, that some of them were described as the life-draining variety. So yeah, undead fiends. Like there's a laundry list of creatures that could do something like this. But
Combine that with the burning house that it was apparently dragged out of.
Possibly. Unclear if it was dragged out.
Gerald gained the power to sneeze fire and soul suck.
What?
No, you didn't. Now shut up.
So, and besides that, you do know that the guards mentioned that there was a survivor that is currently at the town hall.
Oh yeah.
I missed that part.
It was mentioned to Gerald.
Gerald went to the town hall. He actually didn't get food. He lied.
Characteristic of him.
I'm gonna guess that the rest of you are also doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Java burned the body before.
Well, if they didn't hear it, if only Gerald heard it, how would they know?
Well, because you start walking in a direction.
I am going
Why do we pay attention to what he does?
Literally nobody in the party lets Gerald go anywhere alone.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's fair. That is fair.
Strength of 16 men. Unsupervised.
I would like to go back to the burning place to talk to the guard.
Okay. You hail one, and he says, "What can I do for you?"
I want to know how long you were here. Like, when did you first hear of this incident?
We heard of it. Well, it happened in the middle of the night. It was. We got here when it was already quite ablaze, and we did our best to coordinate the fire department. I don't know what to call it in fantasy terms.
House.
We did our best to coordinate the efforts, but and we rescued the person living inside, but that was about all we could do.
Mm-hmm. Well, now I'm going to go join the group.
Alright. Alright, and you guys want to go to the town hall, you said?
Sure.
Alright.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that.
Java did her job. She's just lounging on Gerald's shoulder reading.
Yeah, you stay on your
Gerald
read.
left. Joe went to the town hall.
Trust me, we followed you. You're not going anywhere alone.
Okay.
Java's always with you.
So you come to the town hall. A couple of you have been here before. I know Zergo has. I don't know if any of the others have.
Gerald was there once.
All right, but
Gerald was there too.
for the rest of you, it's a very sort of utilitarian building, practical in its design. You enter, and there's this young blonde attendant. He's basically just sitting at the desk, and he greets you as you walk in and says, "Yes, hello. What can I help you?"
Is your name Quinlan?
What?
You what?
Java doesn't even look like she moved. She just reading her book.
I have achieved sight beyond this universe and plane of existence.
Yeah, what can I help you with?
We're looking for the man who didn't die.
You're referring to the incident last night?
Yes.
Yes, if you're talking about the fire, well, the woman who survived, she's, he'll indicate, where she's being just kept for her safety, essentially. And it's basically in one of the rooms. And if you go back there, you see, a woman, maybe in her 30s, who sort of just looks shell-shocked, but holding it together.
Oh boy.
And she
Is
looks
she damaged?
damaged. There's some light burns, but it seems like she got out pretty quickly. And she looks up as you enter and sort of she doesn't say anything, but she gives a nod of acknowledgement.
So, what happened?
Well, I don't know who or where he is, but I think I know who did it. There was last night was strange. There was a man who a stranger who knocked on my door and asked to come in and said he didn't have a place to stay. I decided to let him in, and it was a spur of the moment decision. It was obviously a mistake, but it started out fine, but eventually he started breaking down, losing composure. He started ranting at me about a portal. Asking where a portal was. I didn't know what he was talking about, so I told him to leave. And I thought that was the end of it, but then, well, you've seen what happened next, I assume.
Anyone else having a Joy of Creation flashback?
Maybe.
No, just me.
It's just you.
It seems a lot like the Joy of Creation. Just letting it out there.
Fair
I
enough.
don't even know what that is.
Me neither.
It's a FNAF fan game.
I'm honest. I know the one you're talking about. I'm honestly not super familiar with the story of it.
Yeah, similar concept. Yeah, similar concept. People let some guy in their house. He starts going insane.
Oh, I remember that vague premise. Yeah,
Yeah,
not inspired.
Not inspired. I'm the wife. They burn the house down, etc.
But
Can you tell us what he might look like?
well, let's see. Middle-aged, black hair, sort of, some stubble, and very, very, very average looking. There weren't a lot of distinguishing features.
Oh. Okay. That doesn't help us at all.
What was his race? Human.
Human, yeah.
Shava turns the page of her book.
It's
Just assume Shava's in the corner doing nothing.
Yeah, Shava, the part of the book you're at now is talking more about the distinction between demons and devils. And the author has taken a sort of editorial aside in which he is basically ranting about people who confuse the two and how they're nothing alike. And people who use the terms interchangeably because they're very different.
Yeah.
How devils are these orderly, lawful creatures who try to manipulate and use exact wording of contracts to trick mortals into handing over their souls, and demons are just chaotic engines of destruction. So yeah.
Oh. Quick question.
For that guy.
Who else that lives with you?
She says, no one. I live on my own.
That's strange because there's a dead body in your fire.
A body? What did it?
A little ways away. It wasn't like right there, but yeah, it was there.
He was kind of. It looked like his whole energy was sucked right out of him.
She
looks wasn't normal.
Drained of life.
She looks disturbed by this. It's like, I don't know anything about that. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Slurped like a pint of beer.
At this point, you hear the doors to the town hall open as the guards, some of the guards return, and you hear the voices outside. You say, you've returned. Some evidence that some people found for us. We're just bringing it in. And outside the room, one of the guards walks by holding the head that you gave to him, Gerald.
Yeah, it looked a lot like that.
And she
say that's a pretty accurate recreation.
The woman actually, like, her eyes widen and she, like, almost screams but, like, covers her mouth as she sees it and says that's him. That's the man.
That's him? Oh, we can't get a reward if he's dead.
Reward, you numbskull.
Strange.
Oh, case closed. Let's go.
Oh.
Shava turns the page.
I'm hungry. Who's hungry?
Go eat, why don't you?
So, alright. So, but by the way, Gerald, I don't know if Gerald would put this together on his own, but the woman did mention something about a portal, which might.
Yep, I know.
Okay.
Gerald doesn't care. Anyone else?
I like to think that RJ put it together, but Gerald has no fucking clue.
That's possible.
Intelligence gap between Gerald and RJ.
Yep. Alright. Wait. So
I put it together and Shava would put it together, but she's not thinking.
She's too busy.
Put it together because you haven't heard a damn thing.
Has any of you guys ever seen a portal?
Nope.
I don't.
I've seen like a wizard or two conjure one in my time, but it was nothing special.
Clearly there's something I mean, all I can tell from all this is that there's something strange going on. That I don't understand what... If the man who did this is dead, I don't understand what that means.
There's vigilantes.
He probably was upset that he burned down your house and the grief consumed him.
Some hellish monstrosity, and it wasn't under his control.
Zero. Shh. It's alright. The bad man's dead.
Like your arm.
Can I inspect his mouth?
His what?
The dead body's mouth. Can I inspect it for evidence? Can I just...
Cut him open!
No, I just want to take his dead head and open it up to see if there's anything in there.
I'll just say make a general persuasion check to the guard for them to let you do that.
Okay.
She's a doctor. She can handle it.
9.
They look at you, sort of concerned. Say, "I'm sorry. It's we're keeping it."
Gerald's gonna make a persuasion check to bash that head open like a piñata.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Right.
Is he using the edgelord?
What?
Is he using the edgelord?
It's
It's at disadvantage.
it's 9 plus 3.
12. Yeah, they're still like. Funnily enough, the giant half-naked barbarian bursting in and demanding to be let at that body does not persuade them.
Okay. Can I intimidate them for it?
At this point, they're pretty firm in their ruling. Unfortunately.
The giant half-naked barbarian with the elf reading on his shoulder.
By the way, I actually need to go to the bathroom real quick, so
No. Okay.
you can just talk amongst yourselves. Maybe plan out a next move while I do that.
Everyone, do a T-pose.
Insert dominance.
Pretty much.
Alright, I'm back.
Where's the nearest cemetery?
Gerald's gonna go gravedigging and set the place on fire.
Where's the nearest cemetery?
Cemetery. That's interesting. I haven't thought about that.
Where's the cemetery?
Calm down. I'll say there. Since it's such an important. Actually, you know what? If you open up the map that I gave you guys. Do you see that sort of open bunch of buildings to the north of the gate, or to the north of the city, the north of the walls?
Yeah.
There's sort of that opening in the to the left of the road. There's sort of that opening, that U shape that they make.
Yes.
Within, I'll say that the town cemetery is within that sort of U shape between.
Okay, that's where Gerald's going.
Okay.
Going with
Yeah, that'll basically take you through the market of the city, which is the big center. So, all right. So if you guys head over to the cemetery.
Why are they all fucking following me?
I'm
where
gonna
did the
get
rest?
a drink. Does anybody want to join me? Because I'm done babysitting Jerry.
I'll join you.
Yeah,
Does Shava count as babysitting if she's not paying attention?
No.
I want to find out more about the dead body, so I guess I'm gonna stick around Gerald so we can look at dead people.
God damn it.
All right.
Say, Ivy, you're not going to find the dead body at the cemetery.
Well, I'm gonna find out more about why he died, I think.
Literally, Gerald has said he's just going to go dig up random bodies. You're just going to see a bunch of dead people and get caught grave robbing and possibly hanged.
You're right. So I think I'm going to join you then, Zergo.
Alright. So none of you are gonna stop Gerald from doing this?
I'm in trouble.
It's that there is no stopping Gerald.
Exactly.
He's so stupidly simple-minded. If you can actually change his mind, you're some kind of divine intervention. Honestly, the best course of action is just to let him do him, and if he gets caught and arrested, good for him.
Alright, I'll say, Gerald, you make your way over to the cemetery, and what are you gonna do?
Dig up a body?
Do you have a
With
shovel?
what, your bare hands?
Yeah, do you have a shovel? I don't think that's part of the adventuring kit.
Are there shovels in the graveyard?
Not readily available, no. It's not really.
Gerald's gonna investigate for a shovel. No, I'm going to pick up one of the tombstones and use that as a shovel.
Okay, make a general strength check.
That would be a 19.
You.
Was it 19 plus something?
Oh, that was a
19 plus
roll.
6.
Jesus. Okay.
No, hang on, it is not plus 6.
It says strength plus 6.
Is that your strength? Is that your bonus?
Possible.
Is that your saving throw or your bonus?
Saving throw, so it'd be plus 19 plus 4.
Okay.
Hey, you have an 18. There's no physical way a general strength check gets you plus 6.
Yeah,
Okay, my bad.
saving throws, if you're proficient in saving throws, they're higher.
Okay.
But yeah, no, 23, yeah, you find one that's not super, attached to the ground that you're able to yank out. And,
So, what are the graves around me? What are the names?
oh god, why would you do this to me? This is the worst thing you've ever done to me. Had me,
You have a listening.
Fuck, I can't believe you done this.
made me come up with names on the fly.
Is one of them is one of them Smitty Werberman Jensen?
No,
He were Jaegerman Jensen.
I will.
He was number 1.
It's his hat.
He was number 1!
Tell you what, let's roll on some tables. Let's have fun with this. Wow. You find a Ralph.
Ralph.
Here lies Ralph.
Yep,
Okay.
R-A-L-F.
What else?
Um,
Ralph sounds like a fuckboy.
You find there's an Elizabeth.
It's too plain.
Theodoric.
Interesting.
And at this point, you're just walking around with like a tombstone shoved under your arm,
Yup.
basically. And Shava, are you still on his shoulder?
Yes.
All right. While this is happening, the rest of you are back at the bar.
Well, if you're not going to give me any more names, then I'm just going to dig up Theodoric grave
Okay.
with the tombstone.
I'll say make a perception check to try and do if you're trying to make sure no one's watching, if you care about that.
I guess I'll make a perception check.
All right.
We've got a nat 20.
Okay. Well, the good news is Gerald's probably not getting arrested.
Well, time to dig up that grave.
Yeah. You perfectly look around and it's like wait for the perfect moment when no one's around.
Dun 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 dun.
Exactly. And you start digging.
Problem.
Yeah, you start digging and you basically come across a mostly decomposed corpse.
Oh, no casket? Just corpse?
The grave wasn't one of the fancier ones.
No, I'm gonna go find a fancy one.
He wants the casket.
Okay, to speed things up, I'll say you do find a fancy grave to dig up, and there's a casket.
Oh, sorry, I need to get something out of it.
In which you do find a casket, and what do you do with it?
I'm gonna open up the casket.
Okay.
I'm gonna take whatever's inside of it and throw it out, and then take the casket with me.
All right. The body in here is actually one thing you do notice. The body in here is actually fairly well put together. You take it that it hasn't been decomposing for too long, so that's just a detail. I'm
gonna take it out. I'm gonna put it on the ground. I'm gonna smash it with the tombstone, and then take the fancy tombstone and then put it under that.
What part? What are you smashing?
I'm smashing the tombstone on the body.
Okay, you leave the tombstone on the body and you just walk off.
Rest in pieces.
All right. Meanwhile, the rest of you in the bar, you're just getting drinks. Or what's up?
I'm waiting for the inevitable shitstorm.
Okay. So the three of you are sitting in the bar. I guess in uncomfortable silence at first, unless someone wants to break it.
Oh, but I shared.
So
Check the chat because I made it very clear what is happening.
So there's the dead guy. How about that?
We don't know.
How about that?
And Joel are a guy we keep adventuring with is going to go desecrate some bodies for no good reason.
How much you want to bet he digs up the whole graveyard?
He digs it all up, Shava sets it on fire, and they just leave because they have no concept of how to be even remotely decent human beings.
Do you think he's gonna come back?
By the way, he lost that bet already.
Well, they don't know that.
Yeah.
I think it would be better to just ask around if anybody else knows who that was.
Idea? Do you know of anybody asking about a portal?
Gerald is going to take the casket to the town hall.
Okay, well, we'll come back to you. Let's not interrupt though.
I'm going to go up to the bartender and I'm going to ask for his finest drink.
Okay, you go up to the bartender, and it's a new person. It's a new person that you haven't seen before at the bar. And with a start, you actually recognize him. The last you saw him was when his own farm was going up in flames. And he looks up and sees you. He doesn't seem to recognize you, which is the good news. It seems like you didn't make as big an impression as a certain other individual.
Gerald realized he forgot something at the inn.
and he will get you their strongest drink. And he says, glad to see we're getting business here. This is a new gig for me, so I'm starting a new leaf. My farm burned down recently. Darndest thing.
Man, I'm so sorry for you.
So I figured it was the universe was telling me to get a fresh
start.
start.
No idea what the fuck he was doing and talked to you like you were a tiny child.
Oh, so this is my friend, Dan. He's just he loves to drink here. This is our favorite place. We never really go here. It's so nice to meet you.
Did you say this is our favorite place? We never really go here.
Yes.
He sort of looks at you funny and says like, I'm getting an early start on the drinks, I see. Well, I'll bring out another one coming up.
Is it getting hot in here? I'm burning.
The door opens up.
Oh,
I could use a drink myself. I've had a very exhausting day digging.
So
Absolute moron.
So silence falls over the bar as you enter. There's like there's
By the way, I'm dragging a full casket in with me.
Oh my god.
So
Can I just like slip out of this situation and
Yeah.
somehow make it out of the bar?
And the ex-farmer turns to look in the doorway, and he has a mug in his hand, and he lets go, and there's a as it lands on the ground. And the color drains from his face. And
Why everything get all quiet? And oh, hello, friend. Oh, farmer friend.
He will
So good to see you.
And he will,
I'm surprised this is your fault.
he will immediately try to beeline for like the back of the establishment.
Gerald is going to chase him to give him a hug.
Reach over the bar, just grab a bottle of beer, and just leave 5 gold on the counter for it.
I'm gonna wait outside.
Sen will take that 5 gold and like give a nod of understanding to you. Meanwhile, Gerald, you burst
Anyway,
in.
I'm gonna go step outside for this. I am not sticking around.
Okay. You burst into the kitchen, and you see him, like, desperately he seems to be collecting his things, like, throwing them into a bag. It's he's decided it's time to go. And what
Farmer friend! So good to see you!
Like, no more. Back. Please. Just leave me alone.
Gerald's gonna hug him.
Oh my god. He, like, barely resists. Like, he just wants this to be over.
So good to see you, farmer friend. I haven't seen you in ages. How are you doing? How's the farm?
Turn down. Because...
Oh. Lovely! So good to see you!
You see Sen for the 3rd time. At this point, Sen will come into the back and try and, like, pry you off. So, like, okay, like, let's calm down.
I'm not gonna lie, Gerald's gone from oblivious and idiotic to just straight up psychopathic.
Sen will attempt to gently pry you off of this poor man. Do you allow this?
Gerald's not done hugging yet. Okay. No, Gerald's gonna involve her in the hug now.
She's like, make an athletics check.
All right.
She's not having any of it.
That is a 19 plus 6.
Yeah, you grab her and like, I will call the guards.
Oh, more hugs!
I'm going to.
Shava pats the woman on the head while still reading her.
I'm assuming you eventually release these two.
Yep.
Okay. Like, the good news is that she's used to a rowdier establishment, so it's not like this is completely, grounds for burning all bridges or anything. But she's not happy about it, but she basically just with patience shoos you back out into the main room of the bar.
Well, why did I come here again? Oh well, where's my casket?
So, what are you doing with this casket?
I'm taking it to the town hall.
Oh my god. What do you do with it when you get there? Just because this is starting to drag on a bit.
I'm gonna put the body in it.
Oh my god.
The body you left. Oh, that body. Yeah, sure. I'll say that they're gonna ask you where you got it.
I bought it.
Make a deception check.
We have a 14.
I'm gonna. One moment. This is so dumb.
Wait, do you need new dice?
No, I haven't rolled yet. That was just a general statement. Yeah,
Am I
okay.
used to dumb already?
Yeah, okay. They don't. They say, okay, that makes sense. Basically, like, well, this will make a burial easier. Thanks.
No, I go. And I'm gonna take that casket and drag it back across town to the cemetery.
They're gonna ask that you leave it with them to handle the burial themselves.
I already got the grave picked out.
Fine, they'll let you go to the cemetery and, I assume, replace where the other body was with this one.
Yes.
Okay. Is this side venture over at this point?
Before we leave, Gerald giving a small prayer over the open ditch with the casket. He pokes Shava on the foot. You know what to do, friend.
Bonfire!
Oh my god.
Oh boy. This.
Good thing I'm just not there.
I'm glad I'm outside the bar right now, avoiding conflict.
I'm
outside the bar and I got a bottle of ale. I am so sad.
I'm starting to think about alignment right now.
Why's that?
So many reasons.
We didn't do anything bad.
Hey, I'm neutral in all this. He just poked me and said bonfire, so I.
We gave him a burial. We did something good.
That is not good. You ignored the law.
So we broke a couple of eggs on the way to our omelet. It's a beautiful omelet.
That's not how that works.
Shava had nothing to do with it except burn it on Gerald's behalf.
Well, she didn't.
Shava didn't even attempt to stop him,
Yeah.
so you're just as bad.
Yeah, she's a neutral party.
There's a certain point to which you can get away with that excuse.
She's chaotic neutral. She's chaotic neutral and not paying attention.
That I'll give you that. She's very absorbed in that book. Clearly. So
yeah, it's bonfire, and then I smack Gerald for destruction.
So I'm gonna. Do you guys basically meet back up then?
Here, Shava.
Sharing the ale with the other two who have to wait for the idiot to come back.
Having a great old time.
Shava, I have this note that I found. You should read it.
Shava sighs, closes the book for a second, and reads the note.
Alright, you can find that note in the handouts as well.
What?
You can find the note in the handouts. Basically, the shipment of inks should be arriving.
The second post.
Yeah, should be arriving on time. However, if your suspicions are correct, there are whispers in town. It seems there are indeed others who intend to seize the portal before we can fully stabilize it. We must have a leak. I have more intel on who I suspect betrayed us, but is too sensitive to include in writing. Meet me at sundown at the waterside board docks and we will discuss further. It's addressed to a D and signed W.
I point towards the docks and say, go that way. And then go back to reading my...
Okie dokie!
Are you guys not going to pick up the others first?
What?
Are you guys not going to join up with the others first?
Didn't we already do that?
No.
No.
You have been alone this whole time.
Oh, I thought we joined back up.
Okay.
For like 10 seconds before Gerald left again, and the three of us were like,
Going past
we're having some drinks. Go to hell.
Go to hell.
Did the bartender leave?
Which one? The farmer, the ex-farmer, or Sen?
Yes.
The ex-farmer. He is hightailing it out of town at the moment.
Going to climb over the bar and grab some drinks.
Okay. There are other bartenders, and they will help you with that.
I'm still gonna go for it. At this point, I had like one drink and I'm just stumbling over the bar.
Yeah.
That's why I grabbed the bottle.
Ivy is getting drunk at this point.
Gerald and Chavo will swing by the bar.
Okay.
Gerald will carry Ivy because she's drunk.
I'm not done yet. I need some more.
She says,
Gerald throws money at the nearest bartender.
they'll bring you more booze. Alright, so do you share the information of the note at this?
Long day. Man, a funeral. Asian. We did a good thing. Let's go to the docks. It'll be fun.
I'll look straight to Shava and be like, what is he talking about?
There's apparently something going down the docks that might have something to do with whatever's going on that I have only partially paid attention to.
Fine.
Alright, so you make your way to the docks. Again, on the map, it's basically, it's the nicer part of town, which is unusual. Most of the time, like you imagine the docks is usually in the rougher part of the city, but in this one, the river is such an integral part of the city's sort of identity that it's the part of the town is Noble's Row is what it's called, and you make your way there to essentially the docks are out the gate of town. They're just sort of set up by the river. So yeah, you make your way out there without much trouble. And yeah, the river is wide. There are planks and some small boats, like fishing boats.
Boats.
And what do you want to do?
Okay.
Gerald's gonna fish with his spear.
You poke your spear around in the water.
I don't get to get any fishies?
What we're looking for.
Make a dexterity check.
Okay. It's a 19.
Yeah, you get a small fish on the end of it.
Small. I'm gonna go and try and find a kitty cat.
Okay, Gerald wanders off looking for a cat, apparently.
I mean, look, Quinn, if you haven't internalized that Gerald is just going to go everywhere except where you want him to go,
Yeah,
you need to.
Yeah, I'm
Wait.
just going to.
Did you at least release me first?
Are you sober yet?
Are you sober yet?
She is pissed.
'Cause if not, you're still slung over my shoulder.
Just dunk her in the water a little bit. She'll sober up.
Nah, she's being dragged by Gerald. She's being shoulder carried.
Okay.
She's on a Zergo. She's on a not a Zerg. She's on a Gerald Chava adventure.
She's gonna wake up in the middle of one of her shenanigans.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I'm just passed
She's
out
alright,
on the
she's just
shoulder.
drunk.
Alright, I'll say, someone make an investigation check.
I'm on it.
With this.
I got a 9.
So,
Great.
So you don't find a cat.
Damn it.
Yeah, like, I meant someone who actually cared about what was about proceedings and was looking for information.
I'm on it.
I tried. I got a 2, so that's a hard no, and it's up to Cass.
Yeah.
It's up to me to what?
Investigation check.
Progress the story, woman.
19.
Okay. As you look around, you can see that there's some crates, and it's some crates and things that are like how to describe this? They're slightly out of place. There's like some signs that they were knocked around and put back in a hurry. And these are like right by the edge of the water. These things, like
You should investigate. It might be integral to the plot.
And you can sort of, at looking closer, you see that what appear to be signs of a struggle. There's like markings in the wood of the docks, and like footprints.
Do they lead somewhere?
Follow the footprints.
Well, it's not. I mean, it's less of a trail of footprints and more like general like scuff marks.
These boxes are just sitting on the edge of the dock.
Yeah.
Why not open the boxes?
Oh, you went to go look for a cat.
Suggestion.
The boxes.
Tell me how to play,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, the
I
boxes.
guess let's test the boxes then. I don't know.
The boxes are pretty small. It's more like a general clutter. Some of them seem to have like fruit.
Yep.
You can see that there's actually a couple apples bobbing in the river itself, sort of just floating.
There a body floating in the water too?
Not on this. Not that you can see. I mean, the river is fairly deep.
Oh.
Nutty.
If he's in the water, he's probably got a block tied to his legs or something. Okay, so
Gerald comes back. Didn't find a cat. Have fish. Gerald puts Ivy down. Gives her the fish.
Dang.
Alrighty then.
Wherever you want it to be.
Okay. Where did you get this fish? Why does it have a stab wound?
I found it.
Okay.
With his sword, apparently.
I'm just gonna chuck the fish back in the...
No!
Alright.
Why?
Alright, you chuck it in the water and it basically it lands and sinks, and you can. And Ivy, it lands next to the apples, and you see these apples bobbing in the water.
Oh. Huh.
Gerald will dive in after it.
Did somebody stick your head in?
I wouldn't go in there.
Okay.
Wait, what?
letting Ivy in there.
Are you going in as yourself, or are you gonna try and you?
Oh wait.
Because you got something recently.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
I got a fish.
I'm going to use wild shape, and I'm going to become a fish.
All right. Using your new ability to become creatures with swimming speeds, you watch as Ivy's form shrinks down and grows scales as she basically dives into the water and turns into a fish.
Gerald.
Do not step. Do not step.
And Ivy, just go. Rebecca, you can just go ahead and mark off a use of wild shape just by clicking the box.
Yep, I just did.
Gerald will continually scream.
Yes.
Can
I just take one of the apples and shove it in Gerald's mouth to shut him up?
Absolutely. Meanwhile, bringing it back, Ivy. What are you doing?
Can I investigate the water? See if there's anything that...
Yes, make a perception check to see through the murk of the water.
Oh... I have 2 + 5, so
Ooh.
7.
I'm
a drunken fish.
That's true. You're not really swimming in a straight line. You do get a sense. You sort of start swimming down and trying to look towards the bottom, but you get this sense of vertigo from the general intoxication and the new sensation of being this creature, and you're just sort of like, and you're forced to swim back up before you can really get a good look at anything.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Sad fish noises.
You think you might have better luck once you've sobered up a little.
Alright, side note. So I'm eating fries out of a fast food thing, and I got a tater tot at the bottom.
Congratulations. Yeah, he's gonna say.
Good luck. It's a good luck tater tot.
Bad luck tater tot, depending on your worldview.
Fucking negative Nancy.
Okay, so I'm gonna stay as a fish.
Okay. I'll let you, if you guys wanna hang out for a bit, I'll let you basically once you've sobered up a bit, I'll let you redo the perception check once you sort of gather
Waiting for
yourself.
Ivy to sober up.
Yeah.
Can Gerald play patty cake with Shava?
You can. Yes. Then that's what you're doing.
I'm just gonna flop around in the water for everybody else.
Let me just double check how long wild shape lasts.
So I'm just gonna watch Ivy flop around and slowly offer the bottle of ale to Cass.
Yeah, I'll say you can hang out and basically gather yourself. Once you. Hang on. Do you want to repeat the perception check?
Yeah, sure.
Go for it.
Okay. Okay, so I have a 17 now.
All right. Is that with the bonus, or is the
12 + 5? Yeah.
Okay, 17. You swim down, and this time you have a better sense of things. You've gotten used to your new aquatic nature, and you swim down, and you do see what appears to be a body at the bottom of this lake. Not drained of life like the other one. This one appears to have had its throat slashed.
Great.
And it has basically a block, a weight attached to its leg, and it's just down here, wearing nice-ish clothes. So, it might be an aristocratic figure, or at least some lesser noble, perhaps.
Okay, so I'm going to swim back up, and I'm going to return to my human form.
All right.
And I'm just going to start screaming that there's a dead body under the water.
Gerald will dive in and get it!
Okay, make a... No, that's right. You can hold your breath for a number of minutes equal to your Constitution modifier, I believe, is the rule. So that's 2 minutes for you.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll just have make a general athletics check to pull this body up and out. You can find it pretty easily with Ivy pointing it out.
It's 12 + 6.
Yeah, you swim down and are able to retrieve this body. And drag it up to the out of the water, and
I'm gonna flop throw it on the dock.
yeah. Oh, do you remove? I assume you remove the block first, just so that's not.
Well, yeah, it would have been
Yeah.
heavier.
Yeah. So you throw it, you toss him down, and you're all basically looking at your second body of the day. Well, some of your second. For some, it's your third. Well, I guess technically fourth, but yeah.
Found it.
Rummage in his pockets for any identifying, not papers at this point because he's been wet, but any nobles tend to mark their stuff with their initials.
Right. You can make a
Gerald's gonna look at his hand.
You can make an investigation check.
Oh, that didn't work out.
Nope. What'd you get?
Gerald is gonna investigate his hand.
But there's no way that he that low.
Okay. Yeah. Anything that was in his pocket, it seems, as the current has carried away. And Gerald, what are you checking his hands for?
A ring.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Sure. I'll say that with your noble background, you have this. This is something you know how nobles work, and you do find his signet ring.
Hold on. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
So does he have one?
Yeah, he's got one.
I'm gonna take it off and inspect it.
All right, it's a pretty simple design. Just sort of got like a floral thing going.
Is there any engraving on the inside?
Would you expect there to be?
Usually nobles engrave their rings with their family name.
Okay, sure. In that case, you find the name Corvile.
Well, Gerald picks up the body.
And
It's in the handout section.
Yeah, I'll put that in the handout section. Hang on, what? Ah. There you go. Alright. So,
Well, proper burial rites is long, arduous, and exhausting. Java, you know what to do.
Oh my god.
Java looks up, smacks Gerald, and casts bonfire.
are you legitimately going to try and burn this body?
No. No.
Say, no, Java's not stupid. We're all standing on wood.
Yeah,
She's not paying attention. She has no idea where we are.
Hang on, the second Gerald says that, I'm gonna push them both into the water.
Okay, yeah, Zergo, make an athletics check.
Too well, here's to hoping. 15.
Shava.
Do I get to resist?
You can make an athletics check if you want. But Shava has established that she's not paying attention, so I think she's going in a drink.
Oh, okay. Because I got a 13 plus 6.
All right, Gerald resists, but Shava, you are dunked.
I am dunked. As a survival instinct, I drop the book before I go into the water.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Speaking of which, the book has at this point gotten to basically talking about how about the homes of devils and demons, how devils basically live in the 9 hells, which are located somewhere in the astral plane, and whereas demons in the cosmology are located near the bottom of things in the abyss. So, basically getting more into the planar side of things. Additionally, devils speak infernal devils speak infernal while demons speak abyssal.
Is it an inferno run by a guy named Dante?
Infernal.
No, Dante just wrote about it. He didn't run it.
Yeah, I know.
He just goes.
So yeah, Shava, you go into the river briefly.
Well, since we're on the dock, it's only appropriate that Shava starts cursing like a sailor.
All right, so
in every language she knows.
Fair enough.
Gerald is going to use his tinderbox to light the body on fire.
Are you going to let him do that? The rest of the
Just
party.
pass him back in the water.
Well, considering that I have the strength of a noodle, I'm going to try, but at the same time, my strength is 0, so it's not going anywhere.
Shava casts bonfire under Zergo.
Why?
Light us all on fire, genius.
Just cast what you expect.
Okay, I'm gonna let your book burn.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Second you
Do not burn that book. I have to give it back. I will smack you.
Shava wants to start throwing fire. I'm gonna burn that book she's so attached to.
Shava remembers the book's up there and then immediately stops.
Will you stop fighting? I'm trying to give him his last rites.
If I may, if you're gonna do that, how about you put him somewhere that isn't highly flammable?
I use prestidigitation to soil Zergo's pants.
Guys, I'm not gonna go anywhere like this. Can I just, while all this is happening, can I inspect the body? Maybe its pocket.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. I got a 5. Wow, I'm not doing so well right now.
Yeah, it's like Zergo. You see that a lot of the contents of the pockets have been taken away by the river.
Gerald will move the body to stone and ignite it.
Or do you want me to try checking?
Shava dries herself.
Yes. Help.
I'm holding on to the book for now.
Alright,
What's the voice?
don't burn it yet.
Yeah, I'm just holding on to it.
Don't burn it yet.
I'm not burning it.
It's a 20.
Was that just investigating it?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. You find you find like a little secret pocket that's more like in the inside of the coat, or the clothes. And there's you pull out a handkerchief, and embossed in the handkerchief are the initials AC.
Alternating current? Where's DC?
And you remember finding a similar.
DC. That's over it's a little more to like the southeast if you're looking for it. I mean, honestly, Washington State's a little better.
And you remember that you found a similar handkerchief when you looted the Dragon Horde. It was around that letter that you found.
Huh.
Gerald's still lighting the body on fire.
Gerald never showed us the letter.
Well, I think he told you guys. Well, no, he told Shava about it.
I asked Shava, and all Shava said was there's something going down at the dock.
Yeah. So Gerald may have made the connection.
Gerald's trying to give him his last rites.
All right.
Oh shit.
All right.
Give me the book and I'll give you the note.
Pardon?
Go say to Circle, give me the book and I'll give you the note.
No.
The note that told us what's going on down here.
ignited half of this dock and all of us with it just because you were too deep in this book, I don't value some random note that highly.
Well, then I guess it's up to Gerald to start the plot.
He needs his last rites and investigate when I'm done.
Alright, so are you just going does anyone else have anything they want to do with the body, or
Just put it back in. Let the fishies eat them.
No! Last rites!
Ivy, do it. Did you already do a medicine check on? Did you do a autopsy?
A good question. How is this guy even going to light on fire?
I'm going to.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I'm going to check out his wounds to make sure that the neck slash wasn't the only wound that was on his body.
See if there's anything else. Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. Would that be medicine?
Yeah.
Okay. 7 plus 7, so 14.
Yeah, you don't notice any other like distinctive wounds on him. It definitely seems like he was, you would guess grabbed from behind and throat slit.
So I don't see anything else besides the slashed throat. The body is up to you guys.
Yeah, just toss it in.
Okay.
Either toss it in the water, let the fishies eat it, or give.
Back in the drink.
Alright. I can't throw it.
Okay. Gerald will throw it like a skipping stone.
Alright. It splashes back into the water. Alright, so you've done that. Well, I should mention I should have mentioned this up top, but essentially this arc is going to be a lot more driven by your actions. So
Ooh.
Oh, no.
I mean it's basically things aren't. I mean, some things are going to happen on their own, but a lot of it is going to be you guys following clues or not, or whatever you think is the best course of action.
Well, Gerald's gonna go and try and find the family of the ring.
I'm gonna go on the boat.
On the boat?
Yeah.
Okay. Have fun with that.
Okay, okay. You can ask around, and being a noble yourself, estranged as you are, you're able to basically find out where the Corvile family lives. And you're directed to you're directed to a nice house, essentially a manor, up in Noble's Row somewhere.
This dump.
Yeah, you've seen nicer.
Okay, Discord was freaking out for a moment. Anyway, Gerald's gonna go to the front and knock on the door.
Okay. After a few moments, a butler opens it, essentially. Says, yeah, I asked, what can I do for you?
Someone died!
I beg your pardon?
Someone who lived here died!
Could you mean Argus? He hasn't been, Master Argus hasn't been back in a while. I've been...
Whoever hasn't been back here in a while who owned this ring is dead.
He looks sort of alarmed. It's not And he sort of wades you in. He's like, come in. You come in. It's a nice. They got a nice foyer. Foyer. And he'll bring you upstairs to basically the study of the noble lady who lives here. Well, let me come up with a name. Hang on.
Butt trumpet?
No,
Lady butt trumpet?
that's not what we're going with. Rosamund. Rosamund Corvile.
Rosamund. Rosamund.
Yes.
Rosie Man?
Here's a Rosamund.
Rosalman.
Rosamund, and she says, hello, could your she sort of clears her throat, and the butler says, my apologies, and he offers a shirt to you, like a jacket.
Oh no, thank you. I don't wear shirts.
You're in our establishment. I will.
My muscles must be free.
Or make a persuasion check.
I got a 16 plus 3.
All right, he'll back down. It's like, fine, very well. Explain yourself.
Well, you see, if I wear clothing, it's a little tight,
No,
and it just feels constricting.
About your purpose for coming here.
Oh, yeah. Whoever owns this ring is dead.
She takes a deep breath and just like, I had feared. Argus hadn't returned in a few days.
Yeah, somebody cut his throat and fed him to fishes. He's dead.
The butler is like visibly wincing at like the lack of tact on display. She sort of says, "I see. Do you know anything else?"
There's another guy who's dead, but I don't know who he is.
Apple?
But I buried him and lit him on fire. Gave him a funeral. Tearstone style.
Tearstone.
Your father would disagree with that statement.
Isn't that family from New Theronfall?
Yes. Yes, it is.
With the private army?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. She says, well, it seems you know more about what's going on than we do. If you want to check his room for anything, you can be my guest.
Alright, will do.
So you're directed to his room, and just make an investigation check.
Ooh.
They're alone right now.
Classy 5.
His room's a mess. There's stuff thrown around. What you do?
Shava. Eyes aren't working. Use yours.
Wait, is Shava with you?
Yeah, she's with me.
Okay.
She's wherever
Reading on my.
No,
She's been reading on my shoulder all day.
No, Zergo has Shava's book. She's wherever he is.
Oh, okay, then it's just Joe. Never mind.
Talking to the imaginary Shava.
Oh, Gerald looks up at his shoulder.
Yeah.
She's not there. And I guess it's up to me.
I'll say what you do see is there are some bags on the bed that seem to have various things thrown in them.
Why?
Jesus, lay off the techno weed.
Various just like clothes and various personal belongings.
Can I look through them? Search through them?
Sure, you can look through them. I mean, you already made your investigation check, so you don't find too much of interest, just like clothes and things. But it's basically, it looks like it was a quick packing job. Like he was.
Can I look under the bed?
Yeah, I mean, you already made a general investigation check. That that's what you were able to find, essentially.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll lay in the bed.
You lay in the bed for a bit, then, after a while, the butler knocks on the door and opens it and says, what are you doing?
Thinking.
All right. He'll close it. Make an intelligence check. I want to see if I should throw you a bone here.
I got a 19.
All right, that's you're sort of thinking back on what you've gathered and the note. You found it with this guy's handkerchief. AC being the initials, Argus Corvile. But the letter was addressed to a D and signed W. Neither of those initials match.
So what's the other one? D, and then what was the original one?
That was D and W.
Yeah.
Oh, D and W. So maybe the guy who got his last rites was D or W. Or
he. One possibility that occurs to you is that this person may have intercepted this message. May have not been intended for him.
Yeah, that still doesn't tell me anything. Yeah, he got involved and got killed. Good for him. Congratulations, you fucking failed.
All right, that's you get the beginnings of an idea of some connections, but that's
Gerald's gonna go downstairs to the kitchen and search for food.
Okay, they're going to stop you from looting their house for food. I will say that.
Oh, he's just gonna make himself a sandwich. Thinking's hard.
The butler will make you a sandwich.
Damn fucking right he will.
God.
Alright. So while that's happening, what
it's
are
about time they put some respect on my name.
What are the rest of you doing while Gerald has a sandwich?
I'm venturing into one of the boats.
One of the boats? One of the boats?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Also, I'll say by this point, you're pushing afternoon. You've been people have been wandering around a lot, so it's getting towards like maybe 3 or 4 in the afternoon. So you go to the boats, and what exactly are you looking for?
A sailor.
Okay, you wander around the docks, and you can eventually find one who's basically. We'll say he's fishing. Sure, he's got a fishing rod out.
Okay. I'm just going to scooch over to the sailor and say, hey, have you seen any action around here? You know, a couple of guys fighting or something?
What's the action going around here for?
I see. Just wondering.
Yeah, this
Did you?
It's getting better look at this guy. He's got like a squint, and he's got like this very pinched face, and
He's also missing his lower jaw.
he's like definitely on the older side.
Are you sure you haven't seen anyone somewhat noble looking coming around here?
I don't come here so often. I get one kind of trips to track of everyone who comes to the
Oh, okay. Enjoy your fish.
I can't even want him to try and keep him so piss quiet.
Gosh, aye, Captain. I'm just gonna run off.
Okay. Also, you can
Gerald
find
would want to be friends with that man.
You can find a more intelligible sailor if you like.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go sailor shopping, and I'm going to look for the next best sailor.
All right, you find one who's like more reasonable looking.
Oh, you look sort of nice. Hi.
Did you run into old Jeremiah back there? Yeah, he's like that.
It sounded like he was chewing on rocks. So let's get down to it. Have you seen any fights around here?
Well, not as such. I tend to come here during the afternoons, so do you know any specifics about? Was there a fight here?
Well, how do we put this? I was swimming in the water and I came across a drowned man at the bottom of the sea. He seemed to be somewhat noble. He had a nice ring on him, but he was also weighted down at the bottom of the ocean. And he had a slit neck, so I was wondering if you knew the person who did this.
Well, Well, I don't know anything about fights here. You have to understand. I'm just a sailor. I come around here to tend to my boats. I'm not sure if anyone would have seen something, and he sort of points down the way, and you can see another sailor. It's like he tends to be around at night, so if anyone saw something, it would have been him.
Got you. So at this point, I'm going to go back to the group.
Okay.
And I'm just going to be like, guys, I've been looking through all these sailors, and so far I haven't had any luck on who caused this action. But there is another sailor that I could be looking at. Does anybody want to come with? I don't want to accidentally get into a sailor fight.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll come along.
Thanks, Sergo.
In the distance, you hear, caught one.
Yeah, let's
all day.
just avoid him.
Alright, so you make your way over to this third sailor who's basically sitting in his boat, seems to be relaxing, enjoying a bottle of something. And he says, well met. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm looking to know if you've seen any fights around here recently.
Interesting. Well, no fights per se, but I was here the other night. I saw that there was this fellow who came down here that I don't see very often. Looked upscale, not like he was from the Waterside district, I imagine. He looked like he was looking for something or someone. Not sure. but I didn't stick around. But well, I wandered off for a bit and came back, and he was gone. I don't know what happened.
Did you see him meet up with anybody?
As the last I saw, there was a figure that seemed to be joining him. I didn't get a good look, but let me think for a moment, and he will think for a moment. One sec. Pardon me. There are a lot of moving parts to this that I'm trying to keep track of.
Sorry.
It's
The butler did it. It was the butler.
You've solved it.
The what?
All I caught about him was that as this other figure was, it seemed to be in like in a cloak of some kind. Just the features were concealed, but I could feel it's strange that it was a completely silent night, no sign of any weather or anything, but I could feel a breeze as this figure entered.
Weird.
Anyway, I left after that, and I didn't see what happened.
Height of this person?
Slightly on the short side, not a halfling or a gnome, but maybe a smallish human. I'm not sure.
Up to the top of Ivy's head. Yay big?
A midget.
That's maybe a bit taller. Like I said, I didn't get a good look.
Enough.
Okay.
Did you see which direction this guy came from?
He'll indicate towards town. Cause like if you look at the map, town is a pretty general direction from here. There's not a lot of clear. There's not a lot of directions he could have come from.
Did he come from the sky?
That's a Gerald.
No, I assume this is a dock on the river.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not extensively helpful, but I suppose that makes sense.
There's a dog
We
in the
can't
river.
go to the market. I had a dream. Food eats people.
Did you ask for a sandwich?
This
Yeah,
if it's a dog in the river,
That's
how does the body
a
not
quote
move?
from Avatar.
Oh, that's right.
Just wanted to respond with, then why did you order a sandwich?
I didn't eat any of those. Clearly, you.
I will say we can. If
I don't like those. You ate them all.
Enough with
Be
the
mad at yourself.
I'm talking to Rebecca. Okay.
Awkward silence.
I was gonna
Only
say
broken by mad RJ.
She's like, did you eat all of my Pringles? I don't like those Pringles.
There's just one Pringle!
You ate them all. Your fat mouth ate them. I buy you so much food and you're complaining about the Pringles. Oh.
Anyway.
Alright, I'm just gonna thank the sailor and head back into town.
Alright. Gerald, do you do anything after you've had your sandwich?
So Gerald is going to strike up a conversation with the butler.
Okay.
So I'd like to ask you some general information about, whatever the name of that
Master
dead guy.
Master Argus.
Yeah. Master Apple. So, I need to ask you, do you have any friends? Close friends? People he hung out with? Bad people he hang out with?
The master mostly kept to himself. He was a private man. Kept
Clearly not private enough because he's dead.
Yes, we know.
Mm-hmm. Did he have anybody he talked to? Places he would go? You know, the usual spot he would hang out?
He thinks about this. Well, one thing I know about him is he was an oddly spiritual man. He would go to nature's bulwark with some frequency.
Fuck! Thank you, my good man. Gerald heads off that way.
Okay. It's just immediate, like, god damn it.
Just Gerald's like, fuck.
Are the rest of do the rest of you have anything else you want to get done for the day?
I'm just asking around town about some guy with a gust following him.
All right. Make an investigation check. I know I'm asking for a lot of those.
Yeah, you are, and my dice aren't being nice to me anymore. I got a 9.
Yeah. You get some weird looks. People don't seem. I mean, they seem to be as confused by the description as you were.
Oh.
Gerald, you make it to nature's bulwark. It's as you remember it, with the fence around it and the doorway leading in to the open garden-y space. You see that the sign is now nailed to a tree. They've removed the signpost and just nailed the wooden plank with the signage on it straight to a tree.
Gerald smiles for a moment, admiring his handiwork. He approaches the sign, pulls out a dagger, and engraves his initials.
Okay. The G and a T. Where do you go? If you recall, there's the greenhouse to. If you look at the map, the side that's closer to the waterside ward is the greenhouse. Closer out towards the outside of town is the sort of a hedge maze, and in the center is the shrine.
I'm gonna have to go to the shrine. Fuck it, he's religious. God damn it.
Okay. You go to the shrine, and you find the woman from before. I have to. What was her name? Clara. Clara, the elven high priestess, with her green eyes and brown hair in a ponytail, as you recall.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And she says, you've returned.
Yes, I have. I have some questions I need to ask you about an apple man.
An apple? Yes. What do you wish to know?
He owns this ring, and he's dead.
Corvile. She takes the ring and examines it. Corvile. I know of them.
Yes, I know of them too. They make bad sandwiches.
Jesus. I don't.
Try. The cheese wasn't good either.
I don't recall any of them coming to me specifically. Many. We have an open policy here at the gardens. Anyone may enter and peruse. So I don't. He hasn't come to any of religious meetings with myself, but he may well have come through. Is there anything else you wish to know?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, hold on. I think I'm messing up again. And we're back.
All right.
Okay, I don't know what you just said. So you
Oh.
have to say it again.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, she tells you that he hasn't that she hasn't seen anyone from that family come to like her like basically church, her like sermons or anything, but they have a very open policy where anyone can come in and peruse the gardens, come through. So he may well have been here.
Do you know anybody who knows him, saw him, talked to him?
Like I said, I'm only familiar with the family by name. I'm sorry I couldn't be more more assistance.
So, who's here right now?
Well, we have our attendants. There's the groundskeeper in the greenhouse.
I need all of them.
You meet all of...
I need all of them right now.
What exactly are you asking?
I need you to have all of the people who are working here assembled in a line here.
I'm afraid that's a bit much of an ask.
Could you do it for me? Gerald winks his eyes and tries to make a pretty face.
It's not. You can make a persuasion check. Go ahead.
Alrighty. That's 18.
She smile. She smiles. She's a very she doesn't really frustrate or anger much. She has a very calming presence about her. But she says, it's not really a question of if I'm able. It's more of a question if I'm able to do it. It's getting late, and many of them have retired to their homes for the day. So.
I should have just said that.
I just did.
A fair point. Do you play patty cake?
She chuckles at that and says, I'm afraid I don't."
Oh well, I know who to go for that. Yeah, I'm just gonna look around and see what I can find. Yep.
Where
Gerald is gonna sniff around like a bloodhound.
Okay, what is he looking for?
I don't know. Stuff to do with the Apple Man.
Alright, I'll say, like, you're not gonna find anything by sniffing around like that, so...
Okay, well, he's gonna investigate different areas to try and see if he can find stuff.
I mean, you find lots of flowers, lots of greenery.
Gerald will take some of the flowers and make a nice bouquet.
Sure. Make a nature check to make a nice bouquet.
Good lord.
I got a 6.
You throw some flowers together and tie them in knots, and you're like, this is how a bouquet works.
Yep.
What are the rest of you doing?
I realize that it's getting late, so I'm going to look for a place to call it a night, and I'm going to avoid all the sailors, because I'm not going to be staying there. Exactly.
I'm gonna bug. Wait, is Shava with Gerald? Never mind. I'm just gonna go back to the third man.
Okay. Are all of you gonna basically make your way back there for the night then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Java wants to book
About the guy with the gust.
Okay, well, hold on. I heard two things. Shava first.
Shava wants her book back.
Okay, well, that also has to do with Zergo. So, Zergo, what are you doing?
Back to the end, but I'm asking the bartender about this guy with the gust, if they've heard any rumors about a man meeting this description.
Okay. Sen will basically say that she doesn't that doesn't really ring any bells, no. It's a very odd description, to be fair.
But if you hear anything, just let me know.
She agrees to do so. And Shava, were you
I want my book back.
Yeah. So you're gonna ask Zergo for it?
Yes. Zergo, give me my book.
Burn everything Gerald tells you to burn?
I wasn't paying attention. I don't know what the heck I burned.
Thanks to me.
Alright, that's nice. Can I have my book back?
Given your response, no, because you're just gonna keep burning shit that you're not paying attention to.
Is this the book I had to borrow from Anna?
Yep.
Yes.
Zergo, I swear to fucking God.
Legit, but she's not getting it back anytime soon because she can't be fucking trusted with it. Gonna stare at the book, and the second Gerald asks her to burn something, she'll do it without a moment's thought.
Compromise. Give me the book, I'll stay with you and not Gerald.
There. That's basically the solution I was gonna.
Fine.
Or just
I'll handle
stay at the inn for the day. Read in peace.
Shava climbs on top of Zergo's shoulder.
Oh my God.
Alright.
in the world.
You have your book back. I'll say, does anyone else have anything they want to do for the day, or are you guys basically retiring to your rooms now?
I'm just retiring to my room.
Gerald comes back.
Mm-hmm.
He's made his way back.
Mm-hmm.
Then he hands a bouquet of flowers to everyone.
They are not very nice.
Thanks, Gerald.
I'm going to stick the one flower that's not a crumpled mess into my hair and say thank you.
Alright.
I'm just gonna toss it onto the bar and order one last drink before I go to bed.
I'm gonna just toss it out the window when I get into my room.
Use it as a bookmark.
Alright. So you guys head up to your rooms. And
Shava's sleeping with Zergo now.
Alright. Okay. You're in Zergo's room. Is anyone sleeping in Gerald's room then?
Gerald will sleep. Gerald will sleep with Cass.
Why?
Will Cass allow this?
I mean, I don't know. Can I not allow?
I was gonna say, can she do anything about it?
So Gerald, you go up to Cass and ask if, like, you're not just gonna enter her room and collapse on the bed there. You're like,
There we go.
Like, why? Why do you want to be in my room tonight?
I get lonely when I sleep alone.
Well, did Shava kick you out?
No, she's with Zergo right now. I get nightmares.
Alright. I guess just no funny business.
Okay.
In the other room, Shava giggles.
Alright.
Inexplicably.
You better not ask me to look like Shava. It's gonna get really weird.
Could you
No!
look like
No!
Gerald?
I'm just gonna ask.
I've already shifted to look like you twice. So why do you need me to do it again?
I look good.
Just get a fucking mirror.
Okay, I had a dream where there was like me, and then there was also me, and me as a horse, and I don't know. I thought it might be a calling, you know. it just really spoke to me. It made me feel like I just need more me. I don't know why, but I think that's what it was trying to tell me.
I'm very confused.
I was very confused too. And Zergo was there, and he was mad. Or screaming. Or both. He was screaming and mad.
I imagine the idea of several Zergos would upset him.
So yeah, I need this to become spiritually acclimated. With myself.
Gerald, what if I told you it wasn't a dream?
His eyes widen. Really?
Why would you say that?
Because maybe it's better if he just knows.
Really? It was real all along?
Spiritual calling. You asked us all to shift into Gerald. We all shifted. Except for Ivy. She shifted into the horse Gerald.
Gerald will run up and down the hallway, flailing his arms, screaming like a schoolgirl.
It's a normal sound in the plastered man.
I'm tired of it.
All right. So, do you guys? Are you, Cass? Will you let Gerald sleep in your room?
Yeah, I guess so. Whatever.
All right. Ivy, are you sleeping on your own then, or are you...
Gerald gonna snuggle a Gerald.
What was that, Ivy?
I'm gonna sleep in my own.
Okay. All right. So you guys retire for the night. Gerald and Cass, I'd like you to make perception checks.
Oh god.
With disadvantage because you're sleeping.
Gosh, 19. Wait.
Alright.
+4.
Disadvantage because you're sleeping.
Oh. $15.
Okay. Gerald?
Is there a plus for perception or no?
It should be on your sheet.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, there it is. Yeah, I got a 12.
Okay. And Cass, you got a 15?
Yeah.
Okay, one sec.
I rolled just for the walls, and I got a nat 20 followed by a modified.
Okay, well, you're not,
I know, I just thought it was funny.
Okay. Yeah. You both wake up in the middle of the night.
Uh-oh.
And as you hear like a creaking sound of your window slowly opening. And
I know what you're thinking, and I didn't do it this time.
What are we rolling for?
I believe you because it's on the other side of the fucking room.
And as you look up at the window, you can see that there's a figure in leather and cloth, creeping in. And are you guys clearly awake?
Gerald is going to smash with greatsword.
Okay. So
Hold
okay,
on.
if you're
I got distracted for 5 minutes.
okay, so if you're clearly awake, this figure is entering, looks up, sees that sneaking in has failed, will immediately climb back out the window.
Gerald's gonna deck him.
Okay.
Sick him, Gerald.
Okay.
Gerald rages and decks.
Okay. I'm gonna say.
Outrageous.
I'm gonna say let's roll initiative.
All of us?
Well, we'll see. You guys might wake up shortly and be able to join the proceedings.
12.
I got a 19.
Insinuating anybody was able to fall asleep with Gerald screaming in the hall.
Well, Shava doesn't sleep, so...
And also, before we get into this, as this guy enters, you guys can feel a breeze.
A breeze?
Yep.
Because the window's open, or?
He farted.
It's not coming...
I were looking for.
Oh, he farted!
Alright,
Just trying to pass some gas, come on.
Alright, Gerald, you are up first.
Okay, well, I already raged, so... This guy, I am going to... How far is he away from me?
Like, the room's not that big, about 10 feet, maybe.
About 10 feet, you say?
Oh, God.
Well, this motherfucker's getting drop-kicked out the window with +5 damage.
Well,
I am beelining it straight to his face and drop-kicking him.
okay, well,
Jesus.
let me clear something up for you about how pushing works. Shoving is actually its own action, separate from attacking. Let me look at the feat real quick, because I'm pretty sure I know what you're saying you want to do. Do melee take it? Yeah. The damage is if you choose to make an attack. The shoving is a separate thing. That would not do damage directly.
Oh, well, can I drop kick him for damage?
I mean, if he falls out the window, sure.
Okay.
I mean, he could drop kick him as an unarmed attack.
Well, no, he is specifically saying he wants to use the shove action, which if you look at actions in combat on your sheet, it lists attack, cast a spell, dash, and if you go through and go down to shove and you click shove, it'll tell you how that works. And your charger feat allows you to add on to the amount that you push him.
Okay. Can I sprint and tackle him out the window?
Sure, I'll allow it.
Yeah.
So I'll say that is a shove action. So.
Well, I'm gonna be holding him.
Okay. That would be a grapple then. Let's make that a grapple in that case. They use the attack action. Yeah, make an athletics check to try and grapple.
He succeeds, right?
Huh? It's 15 plus 6.
Nothing.
All right, so you got 21, and he's gonna make an acrobatics check to try and wiggle free, and he gets a 17. No, he's a slippery one, but you managed to bear hug him.
Yeah, he's getting tackled out the window back first.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm holding onto him, and his back is going into the ground.
Yeah. So moving your grappled creature while you move, you can drag or carry the grappled creature with you, but your speed is halved unless the creature is 2 or more. Okay, so you use 10 feet of movement. You have 20 left. Yeah, that's plenty. 10 feet.
Well, we're falling because I'm tackling him with all of my weight.
Yep. Yeah. I will say that you can absolutely do that. You shove him out the window and go with him.
Yup, and I'm holding him so that he's going back first into the ground.
All right. I'll let you make an acrobatics check to avoid taking that falling damage and basically using him as a cushion then.
I got a 17 plus...
You're good.
Oh, okay. I'm good.
Yeah, you do not take any damage. He will impact and take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as the wind is knocked out of him.
Bitch.
And I'll let everyone else who's asleep make a perception check now.
That's pretty much just me and Cass, since the other two don't sleep.
Well, Cass is already awake.
Stop.
So it's literally just me then.
Oh yeah.
So 10.
Does Ivy?
How the fuck I fell
Wait,
asleep?
does Ivy?
Gerald screaming.
Wait, does Ivy not sleep? I thought she was only half elf.
That's true.
I think they still meditate.
Do half elves have trance? Hang on.
Think?
Let me check.
Anyway, I hard failed that perception check, so I guess I'm just gonna keep snoring.
No. Yeah, no, half elves do not trance, so Ivy would also be making a perception check.
I got 10.
Okay.
Wait, did I not have to?
You trance, right? So I'm assuming you're hearing Gerald tackle
Yeah,
man out the window.
I'll say you do hear it, and you can get up.
I had a modified 20 anyway, so...
Okay. Ivy, I'll say 10's enough to basically stir at this point, as you hear, like, some noise. You hear, like, a... like
Pancake slam.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get up and look out the window and wave at Gerald.
Alright. At this point... So now it's his turn, and he is grappled. Interesting.
What about me? What do I get to do?
Well, you got lower initiative than him, so... He will... I guess he'll attempt to escape the grapple.
The fuck you will.
There's no chance he has a higher strength score than Gerald.
Gerald, you need to make another athletics check to contest.
Alright.
Basically repeating the
Have to
contest.
roll really bad.
It's 15 plus 6.
He got a nat 20.
Oh no!
Did he?
This guy, he almost like turns into air, practically as he like melts out of your grasp.
Okay.
And then he will, as a bonus action, he will disengage.
That's gonna be an attack.
Well, yeah, he's gonna try and get away with a disengage, not knowing what you have.
Can I re-grapple him?
I believe. Hang on, let's check the sentinel feat. Because I'm pretty sure you can just attack him.
All right. Actually...
Well, doesn't the Sentinel feat just gives him an attack of opportunity?
Yeah,
You can only perform an attack doing that.
Hit a creature with opportunity attack. It's an opportunity attack, so it would be an attack.
Okay. Can I grab his ankle and slam him over my back?
It's an opportunity attack. You can pretty much just take a swing at him. That's how that works.
Okay, then I'll greatsword him then.
Yep.
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Pre-cooked.
No, punch him! What if we want to question him? Who the fuck is he? Why is he?
Again, opportunity attack. You're limited in what you can do.
Oh, just basic attack.
Yeah, hang on a sec. Make an opportunity
I don't
attack.
think you can use.
Make one melee. It's make one.
Use an object.
Yeah, it's basically you make one melee attack against a provoking creature. You could attack with the javelin, but it would be a basic javelin attack. You couldn't.
All right, then he's getting greatsworded.
All right.
That's a 19 plus 6.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Where's my actions? So 19 plus 2d6 plus 4. We have a 2 and a 2 and a 4. So 8.
8. All right, that hurts him, and he's looking very injured at this point. But he will.
He's looking what?
He's looking injured at this point, but he's going to use the rest of his move to try and get away as much as possible. Which is going to be 30 feet.
That's a mistake.
Yeah, that's about all he can do after escaping that grapple. And Cass, it's your turn.
I'm gonna poke my head out the window.
Alright, you see this figure trying to escape from Gerald.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna jump down and try and yell at Gerald to just pin the person down.
Alright, you're gonna jump out the window?
Yeah.
Okay, just make an acrobatics check since you're doing it controlled.
19 plus 5.
Yeah, you're fine. You let a perfect 3-point landing. You can do what you want to do.
Just do the boy hand. Like, Gerald can stop. Pin him down. I want to ask this fucker questions.
Alright, Shava, it's your turn. You
All right, I'm still in my room. I just open the window and look. Do I see it? Can I see him from here?
Yeah, you can see the commotion going on.
How far away is he?
I'll say he ran in the direction of like parallel to the building. He's running towards the direction of your room, so he's like right below your window now.
All right, Ray of Frost.
Okay.
God damn it, guys!
Well, slow him down if nothing else.
He's got some health left. This probably won't kill him.
Oh, okay. Real reassuring.
18.
Yeah, roll your damage as this beam of blue-white light streaks from your hand.
3.
3 damage. All right.
And he gets slowed by 10 feet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's slowed down, and you see the frost sort of accumulate on his legs, and you hear a faint curse from him as he's frustrated. Ivy, if you want to do something, you're up next.
Ivy went to the bathroom.
Okay. Well,
So she's gonna keep waving.
Wasn't Ivy not even at the hotel?
No, she's there, but all she did was wave.
Gerald, Zergo's still snoring, so Gerald, you're next.
Gerald is gonna charge him, and can I? So you know, like it's called the pain train move, where you like he's trying to run away, so his back is against me. So I'm gonna run up behind him, grab his arm, and just charge him into the nearest wall.
Okay. Okay. I'll treat that as a grapple. Go ahead and make your athletics check.
Well, there's also the wall slam.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know if that counts for damage or not.
Okay, well, he got it this time. He got a nat 1, so you do succeed.
Okay, I'm not even gonna roll then.
No, he failed.
Literally don't need to.
He's like slowed down and clumsy from the ice forming on his legs. You easily catch up with him and do this thing and knock the air out of his lungs.
Well, he's pinned against the wall, and I'm behind him, arm barring him.
Yep.
And for good measure, do I have any more actions left, or?
That was your
bonus action.
Yeah, you have a bonus action essentially.
Can I bonus action? Can I punch him in the head?
That would be an attack, so that would be an action.
Oh,
You knock him out.
that's fine. I'll pin him then.
All right. I'll say he's probably not going anywhere at this point, and I'll let if you want to tie him up or something, you can do that.
I am gonna take the rope in my inventory and tie his hands, and then take that rope and tie it to his legs. So now he's hogtied.
Boy.
All right. Do you guys want let's see who's around. Cass and Gerald are down. Shava, do you want to come down as well?
I'll stay up here.
Okay.
Nah, Gerald's got this.
All right, and Cass.
So right below my window, right?
Yeah. All right, so you come up to this guy who's his face and so forth are concealed in these robes, basically.
Cass, could you do me a favor?
What's up?
I need a bucket of water.
Why a bucket of water?
Just go fetch me a bucket of water.
Fine, can I climb back up to
That's all I need. Just a bucket of water would be good.
You can get a bucket of water.
Alright, Gerald's gonna place that.
Here's a bucket of water.
Gerald's gonna place.
Decanter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, well, he needs a bucket still.
I have the decanter.
Yeah, Shava has it.
Well, you're right above us, so
Oh yeah, that's true.
do I?
Still need a bucket.
Don't need a bucket.
Can I roll investigation to find a bucket in the alley?
Actually,
No.
you know what? Probably. But Gerald, do you still have the bucket you used for the cow blood way back when?
Oh, okay, then he'll take out that bucket. It smells like cow blood and death. He holds it up. Shava, could you fill this?
I'm seriously tempted to just say geyser, but I will say fountain.
All right.
Faucet mode, please.
All right. How much does that give again? 5 gallons. Yeah, you fill it with 5 gallons of water.
Gerald will place the bucket near the tied-up man. Now, you're going to tell me what I want to know, or you and this bucket are going to become very good friends.
Are they gonna get married?
Yes, they are. Picks him up. You may kiss the bride. He takes his head, puts it in the bucket, and holds it there. After about 20 seconds, he pulls him out. So, would you like to kiss the bride again?
At this point, his hood has come off, and you can get a good look at his face. He has light blue skin, as well as hair and eyes. It is all light blue tinge to him. And you can still feel that breeze from before accompanying him. And you can see it's actually moving his hair. Like, it looks like his hair is in a breeze, despite the fact that it's completely localized around him.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't care. So, why'd you bother sneaking in here if you're not very sneaky?
You are sticking your nose in places it doesn't belong.
Oh, something about sticking noses. Okay, you can kiss the bride. He sticks his head in the bucket again. After 30 seconds, he pulls him out. So, would you like to keep having premarital relations with my bucket, or tell me what I want to know?
Oh my god.
Gerald's gonna roll for intimidation.
Go for it.
That is a... Is it 15 plus... Where's intimidation? 15 plus 3, so... Is that 18?
18, yeah. Yeah, he'll say... Fine. I am part of an organization that is trying... That... I had to take care of some matters. We had a rat, you see. Allow me to introduce myself properly. My name is Wisp.
Wow. How original.
I'm an air genasi.
Wow. How original.
Cass, you've probably... actually, I'll say Shava. You've probably heard of genasi. Genasi are basically elemental people. They have ties to the 4 elements, so there are fire, earth, air, water, genasi.
Okay.
I might not know what they are, but I'm adding it to my list of things I can turn into.
Oh, sure, yeah. Air genasi is now on that list.
So, mind telling me about a certain Argo man? Does this ring look like something you've seen before of a certain man whose neck you might have cut open? And how about the guy whose life that you sucked out of him? You vampire, you.
Okay, he actually... Well, when you mention the slit throat and Argus, he chuckles a little at when you mention the... When you get... he chuckles a little...
When you're breaking up a lot.
Oh. He has a sort of amused reaction to that. He chuckles at that. When at the mention of Argus. When you mention the other one with the drained life, his expression turns to confusion.
Oh, you didn't know about that? Well, you'll be thankful, because I gave him a funeral and then I lit him on fire. We could do the same to you if you don't want to tell me what I want to know.
Well,
For dramatic effect, Shava creates a bonfire behind him.
Better question. He said he was going to kill a rat. Did he mean you? Gerald.
I'm not a rat.
Wisp will point to the ring that Gerald is holding and says, "The rat is already taken care of."
What?
Oh, so you killed Appleman.
He was a member of our organization, but I put a letter where I thought he would find it and make a stupid mistake, which he did.
I see. Murder is still murder. So, how does one go about joining your fun clubhouse?
Gerald.
You wish to become a part of our group.
Well, if it has certain benefits. I mean, do you know how to make a good sandwich? Because the last place I was at, not so good.
I'm pretty sure this isn't the kind of place that makes sandwiches.
Well, how would you know?
Murder,
You're
Gerald.
you're not a member of their club.
Do they have health care for horses?
Yes, do you take good care of horses?
We take good care of people who would like to remain under the radar.
I don't know. I think I'd like to meet the guy who runs the club. You know, get a little bit more down on the lowdown on how you operate. What are the perks, the benefits? If there's a card holder policy.
He might not let you in after, this whole bit.
Well, he's the one that stuck into my room and woke me up and scared me. I didn't know what he wanted. Yeah, why are you here? Not so sneaky sneaker.
The portal must be protected.
What?
The portal must be protected. So what were you doing? Were you protecting it from us? We didn't do anything.
That depends. Were you responsible for the commotion last night?
What commotion? I caused a lot of commotion. Which one in particular?
The fire.
The fire. Which fire?
Fire we investigated yesterday morning?
No, I didn't cause that one. The other 2 or 3, sometimes 4 or 5. That was probably me.
Okay, I'm gonna say make a persuasion check.
Make a what?
Persuasion.
Okay. A 2.
He says, and any information I tell you, looking at you, you're probably, I don't trust your intelligence to be high enough that if that you would keep secret any information I told you.
I rolled a 20. Let me try.
Okay.
What about me?
He looks you over. He'll do.
Oh, what? You take her, but you won't take me?
That's gay.
He will begin, signing to you, and you,
oh, hey!
in Thieves' Cant.
I know that shit.
Yeah.
Do we need to go in private chat for this or nah?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. But it means Gerald can't understand what he's saying. He tells you that he suspects that there's another faction that has entered town, that is after this portal that he's talking about. And he thinks they're responsible for the burning, the fire. He doesn't know anything about the sort of desiccated, drained corpse. But he says, he says that if you want to speak further, the entrance to the hideout, their hideout, is located within Nature's Bulwark.
Within what?
Nature's Bulwark, the temple.
Okay.
And he tells you to, and you may want to write this down.
Hold on.
Okay.
Here. Go ahead.
Alright, he tells you to go to the greenhouse and ask for help from the gardener, who will then respond by asking what you need from him. And you should respond with the code phrase, your cooperation, but never your trust.
Hold on. Gotcha.
And then he will let you in.
Alright, Gerald, let him go.
I just realized something. I don't know why it just dawned on me.
Hmm?
Why did the dragon have this note about this that apparently happened like 2 days ago?
He, do you say this out loud?
I'll say this out loud. It's like, why does a dragon have a mouth?
A dragon?
Don't do it.
Where was it? Where...
Can he even hear Shava?
Shava's poking out the window. He says, that depends. Where was this dragon?
In a cave with lots of little beautiful boys.
If it was,
Kobolds. He means kobolds.
if it was downstream, perhaps the river washed it up.
Yes.
He cut out for me. What'd you say?
He says that maybe the river washed it up.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay.
Now, before Gerald cuts him free,
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna lean in and whisper to him, "Now listen here, windbag. You ever sneak into my room again, you will legally be married to my bucket. You understand me?"
He looks at you and sort of gives like an air of like not having time for this. He says, loud and clear, and he will. Oh my god!
There we go.
I understand that reference.
Good! I'm glad!
He's not a troll, he's an air genasi.
I
know, yeah, so do you let him go?
Yeah, I'll let him go.
Alright, he will dust himself off and walk off into the night. And I believe that is where we will end for the night.
As he walks away, Gerald, pussy ass bitch.
All right. So that was a thing.
That was a thing?
Got through a lot.
With some stuff?
Yep. Got through a lot of what I had prepared.
I'm hungry.
That guy shouldn't have snuck into the room.
Sick of Gerald!
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, he rolled very poorly on his stealth check.
If he were stuck into my room, darkness was being passed immediately.
Sure, I mean, if he had gotten the drop on you, he might have been able to do some damage, but... Yeah, no.
Darkness and Shadow Blade, he would have been...
Come here, Crazy. Come here.
Alright.
But he didn't get the drop. Gerald made him drop.
Yep,